In 1970, my mother was permanent secretary, Ministry of Trade and Industries in Western States. They had something called Expo 70 that they had in Japan. That was when Japan was rising. So she went all the way to Japan to attend Expo 70 with General Adebayo, who was the governor of Western States in those days. I think it was a brigadier or a major general then. So they all went together with a few businessmen to Japan for Expo 70. When she got there, she wrote us a letter on airmail and said, I'm in Japan, we're having a good time, I'm going to buy you guys a piano. I've seen good piano, Yamaha, here. So when I buy it, you learn how to play piano. So all her ESTA code, all the money they gave her in Japan, she put it together and bought this beautiful piano and shipped it to Ibadan, where we live. It took about 6 months for that piano to arrive. Finally, the piano arrived, beautiful thing in lacquered wood, lovely, the things are there. So she said, this is your piano, Aswe and Itwa. Begin to learn to play piano. So we had a lady then called Mrs. Franklin, who lived in Jericho. We would ride our bicycles, go to Mrs. Franklin. Mrs. Franklin would be trying to teach us piano. And we had a Sierra Leonean boy, Francis was his name. He was always making jests. So he was always distracting us. We'd be trying to learn piano. Then Mrs. Franklin was a bit elderly. She would fall asleep. Then she would wake up. So I found the whole thing very boring. After about 1 year, 1.5 years, all I could play was Swiss Gallop from Small Woods. And I said, enough of piano. I said, no more piano. I don't need piano. It's one of my biggest regrets today. Because when these boys play, I'm intrigued by the way they play. And I say, Itwa, you missed one of your purposes. Amen. But when I got to King's College in 1973, there was a young guy in my class, smallish guy, dark. I believed he lived in Mushi because it was always a struggle for him to come to school. By the time he got to school, his uniform was all dirty because he had to struggle bus and things. And so he lived in Mushin somewhere, but he came. And then he got to the school hall and saw piano. This boy, I'm sure, had never seen a piano before in his life. And as soon as he saw the piano, he jumped on the seat, he started playing the piano and all that. And he began to teach himself how to play piano. By the time we got to Form 4 or Form 3, we were calling this boy, who had never seen a piano before, Mozart. We are calling him Mozart because he was playing the piano. He was so dexterous in the piano. He was so in love with the piano. And today, almost 54 years later, he lives in London and he lives by playing the piano, playing music and all that. And I looked at Mozart and I said, this man was created to play the piano. Age 0 to 11, never seen a piano before. Never seen a piano before. Age 11, from one King's College, saw a piano, jumped on the piano, and conquered the piano. So I was looking at myself. They went to Japan. They brought you piano. You know fit play. It's not my call. It's not my purpose. My purpose is to enjoy what they play. Is that not so? You play piano. Me, I preach. It's called division of labor. Every man has a purpose.